You're watching the Skateboarding Bros Show. Stories from the pioneers of skateboarding about the history and the fun of the sport we love. Oh, somebody messed up my microphone. That other asshole who lives here. Oh, that was me. All right. So welcome to the Skateboarding Bros Show. We're in season 2, and we're welcoming Dan Murray tonight. We've got George McGill and Phil Chiocchio. We're going to talk about skateboarding history in the 70s and 80s, and one difference between us and other podcasts or mobcasts is we were there, so we know. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to George, and we're going to talk with Dan and just see what we can talk about and have fun.
Okay, exactly. So let's have some fun. So Dan, good to see you again. And
great to see you.
Bill and Edgar. I see these guys a lot, but I don't see you very often. We're going to see you at Kona in March.
Yeah, Kona 45. I missed that one. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting sidebar. So Dan may not everyone knows. Well, everyone in Florida knows who Dan is, but Dan had an interesting background. Great skater, great all-around skater, including being a very adept freestyler, which is something that was almost, I don't want to say shunned, but maybe frowned upon or looked askance at back in the day. So walk me through what a typical contest. So it's 1980.
Okay.
You show up at a contest.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to go wire the bowl, get your routine down, but then you got to do freestyle. And then, oh yeah, by the way, maybe there's a slalom contest too. So what's your day look like on something like that? Because so everyone did freestyle.
Yeah.
But you were competitive.
Oh yeah.
You were like, fuck, what's Murray doing? Are you kidding me? So
yeah.
Then tell me what happens. You pull up to the park. And what do you think? You know, you're like, hey, immediately go out, burn a joint. I mean, no, just kidding.
No.
No.
Well, so, go ahead. I was gonna say, a lot of people would talk about that stuff like that, and you never hear me talk about it. I perpetuated what I call the clean image. You know what I mean? But I did the same stuff everybody else did. Just I didn't go out there and go, hey, blah 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 blah, and smoke a blunt, blah blah. Yeah. I just did it on the sly. You know, so it's like, I was as evil or as anybody else, but I didn't advertise that kind of stuff. But
I thought you were talking about freestyle.
Oh, that too. Okay, you're talking about like.
Well, I was kidding.
Contest. But yeah, yeah. Honestly, first thing I was going to do is check out the freestyle area and see if it's grippy or slippy. If it's grippy, then I know what tricks I could do. If it was slippy, then I'd have to adjust for that. Like I couldn't do certain things. A lot of stuff on that, like the rat hops and that kind of things. You had to watch out for slippy. And then take a look at whatever the bowl is. If it was Sensation Basin, if it was Tampa, pretty much all of those I had pretty dialed to a degree. The half pipe at Rainbow Wave, the snake run at Basin. Of course, Solid Surf was home park, so that was, I had that back in the day was the keyhole. I mean, back in the day, it was the keyhole, and then later on it was the peanut bowl. The peanut bowl was the best, and then they had that nice that flat freestyle area. But yeah, slalom was kind of the stepchild to all that. In other words, it was bowl, vert, whatever, banks, whatever it was, freestyle, and then slalom was kind of okay, fill that in. So it was like I was pretty much competitive in wheelers, competitive in the bowl, competitive in freestyle, and then slalom was kind of just get points kind of thing. So it was like wherever. I was actually a little bit slower on that, but you do what you do.
Yeah, but you were all around. So would you change your setup in the freestyle based on slippy versus grippy? Did you have extra wheels?
The main thing I would do is if it was slippy, is I'd go get some grip tape and grip tape up those tails. Yeah, that's what I did. That was it. Grip tape up the tails and grip tape up the nose, especially depending on what was going on with my fingers. Because like you want to get some grip like for the flip tricks. I can just get my hands down here. You're not seeing anything. You get up on the edge and do some flip tricks. Grip on. I mean, Rodney Mullen will tell you that. Just you ever see Rodney's board? Got grip tapes there, and he had his hands taped.
Because he was actually the originator of the Ander glove, even though Steve Anderson did claim that. Just sidebar there.
Like you get the arena floors, like the Van Surf and Skate Expos, like Palm Beach. That was like ice. So a lot of tricks were kind of like you had to stick them. I mean, in other words, you couldn't use the grip to get you there. You had to be like, it was like a pogo. You had to hop and get it straight up and hope to God it stuck, or you go,
Got it. Yeah. So let's jump into a little bit of let's see what Danbo is doing these days. You guys seeing this?
Oh yeah, there you go, Fox ramp.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk about this.
Okay, that's that one right there is not me. You'll see me here in a minute. I'm doing the invert.
This is a quarter pipe. This is a quarter pipe with a lead-in ramp.
Right. You got an angle ramp and then a quarter pipe on the other side. This was literally like in the shadow of the Fox Surf Shop. There I am. Right. That's me. There he is.
Okay, now give me what are the dims on this ramp here?
Looks okay, so it's I want to say it was about 8.5, 9 with just a vert, just a little bit of vert on that side, and then your standard bank on the other side, 8 wide. It was donated wood, let's say. So
yes, very good. There's the clean boy image again.
Yeah, so literally this is 2 houses, and this is literally 2 blocks from the Fox Surf Shop. So this is the Fox ramp. This is Delray Beach, Florida, is where that is.
So just to put things into perspective here, this is an 8-foot wide ramp. Dan's well over 6 foot.
Right.
And this is going on. This is legit. This is nothing.
It's tight stuff, so there's not it's kind of tough. There you go, a little way back there. Get that in there, stick that.
So, and there's no flat bottom. So you're doing barely. There
might have been 5 feet of flat, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So you remember your setup here?
Probably.
Let's go.
Probably like 10 by 30 Powell deck. I slid that one out. Probably what do you call it?
Oh, there it is. The shove it. Kick turn. What?
See, it's stepping on me. I can't see. I kind of get pieces of it, but it's breaking up on me. But yeah.
There's the shove it kick turn.
Yeah.
So this is 82. So this is.
Okay. So yeah, that might be a McGill. That might be a McGill fighter jet. Yeah, that might be a McGill fighter jet, or I don't think it's a cab yet. I don't think it's a cab step-in yet. But I was gonna say it's McGill fighter jet, probably more than likely.
You got the
that's all the demos. And then this will be mini cubics. So McGill fighter jet and mini cubics. Although it could be, if you look over my shoulder here, it could be that Pat Love board right there. No, it's got green. It's got the green wheels. If that's got the green wheels, then that was the mini cubics or the red wheels. But if it's that board right there, was like the demo ramps for the Fox demos in the 80s and stuff like that. So that board, if you can see that board, I can pull it up.
Just go grab it. We can't.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna drop my ears off on him.
So, what kind of are those SIOs? I was just wondering because they had that.
Yeah, this is a Pat Love model, and what this is, honestly, the Pat Love model was a McGill fighter jet template. So, but they did the Fox Surf Shop did Pat Love. So
nice.
So that's Fox.
That's so amazing.
After Kryptonic's independent, and then I was sponsored by them, and then Flow for Powell for like a year or 2 there, and so then after that kind of all went away. Well, that's a story we'll get into if you want to, how that went away. But anyway, so then it was Fox for demos. Like that was Steve Marinac. In other words, he was doing the interspace ramp, and we'd do demos, and that'd be this board right here. That was the
very
board.
nice.
So that one. I think that one might still be the McGill fighter jet still, which I love that board. And even though it was old for that year, I didn't want to give it up. So I had a couple of them, and until I burnt up the last one, I milked those things way past when I think they came out. Fighter jet came out in 80, maybe. No, that was that was
1980. I've got pictures of me riding that exact board in 1980.
Yeah. So then it's depending on what the wheels are, it's either cubics or mini cubics. My guess it's mini cubics by then. So and then
that was a flat board.
So then it was either trackers or indies. So obviously indies hold over from the independent days, and then trackers just because I like trackers. The old saying of loose trackers are tight indies, loose indies are tight gull wings, and loose gull wings. Oh my God. So,
I was so happy to get off of gull wing.
Yeah.
It was just, but anyway, so let's take a look at this. So it looks like, so we got some pretty good, and who's
I cannot remember his name. I'm really sorry about that.
He's Goofy Foot. We know that much.
He skated for Fox. He was like the Fox team rider. What was his name? Damn. Because we basically, he was my ride buddy. Like, in other words, he would hook me up with ramps. I'd hook him up with ramps, and we were, he lived up in like Delray Beach when I was living in Delray Beach.
This looks like he's riding a freaking. You go back there, he's riding a punk point.
A spear.
Yeah.
Look at the pointy nose on this board.
I'm so sorry, I don't remember his name. Damn. He was a good guy.
Let's go back a little bit. See that? So there's a good shot of this. Look at that pointy nose.
Yeah.
That's a throwback. Everyone was on the and the loose trucks. He had a little squiggle.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like you could pick.
Plant.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
A fucking foot plant in that thing. A little tiny ass wall. This guy's an animal.
I was gonna say, showing off that I could flip plant anyway. Then anyway. Whether it's sensation, a sweeper, and it blew it. Like others, okay.
Sweeper. Okay, I see the flat.
There you go. That's Steve Anderson. That was an attempt at a flip, but it's just too small. You couldn't get it up there. I did get it on you did it on the interspace ramp. The lake flip.
Really? Never got the lake flip.
Yeah.
Love those. Oh, here we go. There it is.
Love it. Yeah. I did it. You know what? I didn't realize it went so fast that I should have slowed those down. Like a lot of people didn't even know what the hell was that. What the hell was that? Where if I slowed it down and caught it slower, you could at least see what it was doing.
Yeah. Oh, you got some there. Oh, is that it's a Mr. Zog's shirt? Of course.
Oh yeah, Zog Sex Watch. Yeah.
That's everybody had to have that shirt. I don't know if Zog's.
So it's a Fox wave weapon. Fox wave weapon was the surfboard that I was. Winger Swallow. Oh, there you go. There you go. That shows it off better. That's the ramp there.
So it looks like those are.
I'm thinking that's the fighter jet. That looks like. It looks like trackers.
That looks like Can't really tell.
If they're dark green.
Yeah.
I got the wheels. I still got the mini cubics. It's out in the garage. I got a bin full of the old wheels and stuff, like the old Paul freestyles and all that kind of crap. I got the wheels, but the board is the fighter jet's long gone. So I always say that, like the amount of Ollie tank models and fighter jets and all this like that I burned through. If I just taken one aside and held it, I'm like, oh my god.
You just nailed that ramp right into the side of that house.
Yep. They did. Not me. I'm sitting there pointing. You can't see the top deck right there. See the triangular support beam. Okay, I did that, and they went when it kept on sagging, and so they secured it in. So, but yeah, you can see the black like I want to call it Sharpie scratch out.
Yeah,
the donated wood.
Is that a hole? Is that a big hole in the ramp?
No. That is a permanent marker to obscure the source of the wood. Let's say.
Oh, okay.
Were there any other parks open?
Sorry.
Were any parks open at this time?
82. Let's see. Kona was open.
Yeah. So nothing down your way though.
Okay. 82 was solid surf getting bulldozed, and we would sneak in right up until that bulldozer took it down. Peanut pool. So there you go. There's Fox. That's Interspace. That'd be Pat Love in that one.
So early on, you were known as the Burger King, and hopefully we can find.
It'll be there. Skateboarding Burger King. There it is. No, hold on.
There's Cadillac. Holy crap!
Oh yeah.
No,
here you go. There you go.
We're going to Pompano.
This will be Guy Hoffman. This will be Guy Hoffman.
So
this place was scary.
Okay, so so that's a freestyle area over here. That's the egg bowl there, and coming over to Monster Holes coming over here. So that's a freestyle. Oh, and I put titles on it. Hey, how about that?
And the crazy part is that there was a fence around half of the park.
Yeah,
But not around the whole park.
and around the bowl, like within inches from the damn coping was your pain in the ass.
But
that was
Edgar,
not functional. But
Edgar and I took a trip down there. We got there late one night and woke up the next morning before the park opened. We were like, fucking hey, let's go skate the park. And so we hopped the fence. We didn't realize that
It was 12 feet. It was like 10 feet
13.
high or something.
13 with 4 feet of vert.
No, the fence, the front
Oh, the
fence.
fence. Oh, okay. I thought you meant the monster hole.
and we didn't even know that the fence didn't go all the way around. We were just like, fuck, there's the pole. We got
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all you got to do is climb up the hill.
that was the day that
Well,
Edgar,
what was the car wash or whatever the hell it was next to it? You got in through there too.
that was the day that Edgar did a front side air on the face wall. And again, this was 13 feet deep.
Yeah,
Lost
nine
his-
tranny, 4 feet vert. Yep. Think sensation
Lost his
Basin
rear
went in a bowl.
His rear truck broke off. Kingpin broke.
Oh.
So I wrote it down, put a scratch on the
Edgar
wall.
Fucking rode it all the way down. Did not bail.
All I can hear is this. That's all I can hear.
Yeah.
Oh.
He just rode that shit down and said, I'm done. Peace out. And we were like, we'll skate for another hour or two. Edgar's like, yeah, I think it's time to leave. But anyway, let's take a look at Pompano Beach. This is the background of that was some famous guy built this semi-famous. What do you want to call him? Famous?
Frank Nazareth.
Frank Nazareth.
Frank Nazareth, the inventor of the urethane wheel.
That's
Cadillac
right.
Wheels. Cadillac Wheels skateboard guy. So I wrote for that was pre Kryptonics. I wrote for Cadillac Wheels. There's the egg bowl. That was a fun bowl. That was nice. And here it comes.
Pro shop. And then
you're heading for
done.
There it is.
Okay.
That's I think that's Paul McCartney right there. So
you went down 8 feet and then you went down another 7 feet.
Right.
Or whatever.
That's Guy Hoffman. Yeah, okay, Guy Hoffman. I thought it was Guy Hoffman. So this is Guy Hoffman. I'm in here somewhere. But yes, look how close the fence was.
Okay.
It was literally like 2 feet. Yeah.
It was, you couldn't even do a rollout. If you look in the upper left-hand corner there, there's the depth gauge. Starting at 14, 15, 16.
Right.
This shit was insane. It was well done though. I don't remember.
I
recall kinks.
I thought it was pretty damn smooth. It's smooth and grippy.
Yeah.
It was great, but it was no flat. You went down and then you went up right away.
Little trivia for you. This shallow end is where the disaster was created. There I am. Look at the old Norcon.
I know the story of that. So tell us why it's called a disaster, Dan.
Well, we're going to give that credit to Steve Anderson. I was doing them in the shallow end here, right? And then we went with solid surf, and then they would fakey hang up was what originally we would fakey hang up. You'd go up and you'd rock and come back in. Well, so then the disaster started. Went in the keyhole at solid surf, and I just throw it over like a front side lip side, but it would just lock. Okay, the front truck would lock back in, and then I would just tip it and go in, and that's when Feynman got the sequence in skateboarder. My first sequence in Skateboarder magazine was the the caption says Jeff Dewar rocks out and back at solid surf. My first sequence in Skateboarder magazine, Jeff Dewar rocks out and back. So
that was the trick was called a disaster because it ended in a disaster pretty much happened.
Yeah, because like I'd come up for the actual disaster, it would hang, this, and I'd go in, and 50% of the time that back truck would lock, and I just go,
Bap.
And Steve Anderson, like, look, I come up, I look crawling up on the bowl. Steve goes, God, that was a disaster. I go, yeah, okay. Yeah. And that was it. That was a disaster. He said, yeah, man, that was a disaster. I go, yeah, it is a disaster. Okay.
Hey, Dan, how old were you at this point?
This one, 17, 18 years old, 78, 18.
Okay, great.
So I mean, what I did is I started competing like 76, like local contests, that kind of stuff. Cadillac Wheels was 77, so I was riding for the local surf shop. It's actually called Nautilus Dive Surf and Ski. It was a surf shop, and I skated for them. And then Cadillac opened. Solid Surf opened, but I was just riding it. But Cadillac opened. I got a job there and started skating for them. And this is the bowl that cut my chops, and then I went out to California that summer, and that's when my skating took off. So this. I think this is pre-California trip, which means that the skills from here went, way up. So, I mean, this was just grinding this thing. We started riding this thing with
loose ball bearing.
solid Logan Ersky kicktails with Bennett trucks and Road Rider 4s. We're tail dropping this thing from the deep end, which you go, okay, tail dropping 13, but think about going up to a 13-foot ramp, 4 feet of vert and tail dropping on a solid wood Logan Ersky. That's where we started with. So I can't tell, but if you look at the boards, I think these are pre-pig.
This is he's riding for flight here. I was just going to point that out.
Yeah, Guy Hoffman. Yep.
Guy riding for flight. He's got the flight on his helmet, and these are those nasty ass extruded fiberglass boards.
Oh yeah, like fiber flexes. Yeah, that's the wood flight though.
Sketchy. So another sidebar. Shogo had an interesting name for the fakey rock, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, Cherry Hill.
Clap.
Yeah, we were at the East Coast Championship in Cherry Hill, and Shogo was one of the judges, and he goes, "Do one of them clap, whatever, clap all things," and I went, "Okay, clack. Yeah, clack clack." So,
sidebar, yeah.
You still have the wooden Logan Ersky?
I sold that to a guy in South Korea for, I want to say $350.
Wow.
Way back in the day. I needed money at the time and sold the board. I got pictures of it though, so it's like it's same thing. It's some other guy in like Japan. My flyaway helmet, the one that was on the cover shot in the magazine. That flyaway helmet, I sold that for like $300. It was, the strap was gone. It was rusted out. He didn't care. $300 some odd for that too. So.
Oh yeah, you can't even buy a new one for that right now.
Yeah. So
that was a bargain. So yeah, look at the gear here.
Who knew?
Norcon knee pads. Looks like it maybe a Sims there.
Yeah, CJS. This is pre the 78 California trip. So this is before Pig. This is right as this was this. We got to California and Pigs came in, and then I came back. Just my improvement level from skating out in California for the whole summer was like night and day, because we stayed at Steve Alpha's house. We did Mount Baldy. We did Upland. We did every Lake what do you call it, Lakewood. We did them all. So
yeah.
Oh, that was me. Yeah, because the boom had so I got to put my old projector out and added this on. So here we go. Here into Harbor. Here we go. Indian Harbor Beach, Mark Lake, and Guy Hoffman.
This was nuts.
With that King Tombstone, you're gonna get a lake flip here.
Oh, look at that 540 slide. That was the shit.
There it is. There it is.
Oh no!
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I have Mark Lake doing a backflip here too. We're doing a lake flip. That's where he came. Indian Harbor Beach.
Yep. So this is I believe that's a flight board with pizza deck on it. Probably.
Yeah. That's a little. And you didn't have a grip in the middle, or they had that clear crap. That clear stuff.
Yeah, you got the clear stuff because this stuff was too expensive.
Right.
It was expensive back then.
So they had that rubbery clear stuff, and then you had that like just absolutely death pizza grip if you raped your hand across it. Yeah.
16 grip.
Did a nice thing on your leg too, like if you scraped across there, you got that.
That's right. It would always shred your shorts. That's right. Look at that. Blam. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the Pigs, so it's got to be at least 78 for this, late 78. Because the Pigs were summer of 78, so this is fall of 78 then.
So this is like 6 feet of extension.
Yeah. You know how Kona's got that tombstone with a kunk? Well, that's the same damn thing.
Whoa, that was a no hand.
There you can see it. You can see that there. If you look at that, you can see that tranny.
And so
Mark's going to be here doing a flip here in a minute.
So you just take one run. It was like Kona.
There we go. There it is. Mark Lake.
Yeah, here it comes.
Lake flip.
There it is.
Boom.
The lake flip.
That's the beginning of it right there.
So yeah, it was a one hitter, and it was horrid because you had to go all the way across the stick. You couldn't regulate your speed, and if you skated it at night, the winds came in and blew in all that fog, and this thing was slippery.
And the lighting was like from the side, so it was like blind. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is good stuff.
So
Thank you very much, Danbo. That's
You're welcome.
awesome.
That's a great little bit of history there.
I was gonna say it's somewhere in there. If you go skateboarding Burger King, you'll find that Burger King commercial somewhere in there.
Robbie.
I just saw some MTV. That was my backyard, by the way. That one that just the backyard ramp. That was my backyard when I was in Coral Springs. The one below it, that was the Interspace ramp. All right, here it comes.
Okay,
Oh, check
so
him out.
anyway, everybody on the planet, every skateboarder on the planet wanted to get paid to skateboard. You know how hard it was to get paid to skateboard? Nobody made any money off the act of skateboarding. It was skateboarding, the act of skateboarding was free. The only time you made money was on transactional, soft goods. Phil made a little bit of money. Well, I don't even know if he made any money at Sensation Basin trying to charge skateboarders, but this was the holy grail, was actually being able to make money off of the act of skateboarding. And so, Dan, if you want to give us a little bit of a background on that, that's freaking,
Sure.
This is good.
Okay, well, first of all, this is Runway Skate Park down in Miami. That was Robbie Weir's local park. Also who came up out of there was Monty Nolder. That was their park. Monty traveling around. Robbie Weir is in fact in this. He's the guy in the yellow helmet doing the layback air. That's Robbie. How this all happened was we heard they were casting for a commercial down at Solid Surf. They were looking for skateboarders. And I went down to Solid Surf and I got right in front of them. Wherever these guys went, I was skating in front of them. They came up to me and said, "Hey, we're looking for somebody, you're tall. You're looking for somebody to be the Burger King." And I went, "Yep." So
I'm your man.
I'm your man. He said, "Can you do airs?" Yeah, I can do airs. Can you do? So
wait, they had that film. Go back just like
I do the camera work in this too. When you see the riding footage, that's me shooting. Not that one. When you see the point of view riding, that's me shooting it too. So that's it. That's me.
Oh yeah.
it looks like you're riding Goofy there, though.
Now, if you watch real close,
okay,
I got a major heel spur, like between getting cast and this and that, and so like you're gonna see that like half of those airs. If you watch the very last frame up, you'll see the front foot coming off. Because it hurts so damn bad to land on the. So I was like landing one-footed.
You do a frontside air 2 different ways.
That's Robbie Weir, and that's the crib stick. You can't tell what that is.
But does he wear a Burger King?
Oh, okay. So the frontside air, they just flipped it. They flipped it in edit. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Are you kidding me?
Okay, now this tray had a trigger underneath it, right? So you're spinning, and when you go to stop, you pull the trigger, and the food pops out of it. That's how they do it. So this is pre-special effects. It was a mechanical gig. In other words, you're spinning with a tray, and you pull the trigger, and the food popped up. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but the shoes are my Vans, and they made these boots with a strap underneath it to go over my sneakers. And all day I kept on burning through the straps because I'm sitting there, they got between the board and I'm burning through the straps, and they had to keep like fixing the straps between all the takes. So
how long did it take you to?
So I got a still picture of me, a Polaroid picture of me with them putting the makeup on me, and I mean I never even noticed it, but like the makeup girl that's like doing the makeup, I literally got my eyes staring right at her chest. In other words, she's like doing my makeup, I'm like my eyes going like.
So that wasn't a mask. That was all makeup and a beard.
Prosthetic. Yeah, it was
That's not a mask.
Glued on. All glued on.
Okay, wow.
So this was 1980, 81?
1980.
80, yeah.
I made ridiculous amount of money for that. Oh my God.
Nice. Very happy because all of us wanted to.
Oh yeah. I mean, I went out, let's put it this way. I went out and bought Camaro cash. Brand new 1980 Camaro cash, and that didn't put a dent in it. So
what came out of off the tray? It was like fries or something.
It was the whole meal. The whole meal. Now watch if you can't see it, but like I had this heel spur on that damn foot, so I would literally land the airs one-footed, and then kind of just you can't see the watch the foot come off.
That's a freaking DP board. What's up with that?
Okay, let's go down that line. Okay.
Let's please.
Okay, that is a Paul Ray Bones Rodriguez, the Skull and Sword, the Ray Bones Rodriguez board. Okay, Burger King did not want any logos, okay, on the board.
Right.
So I said, what the hell am I going to do? So I went home that night before the shoot, and I literally said, I got black spray paint and I got red spray paint. And I went something funky. So I put diagonals and I did black and red, black and red, black and red. And then about, 6-8 months after this commercial came out, Dwayne Peters' model came out.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So Dwayne Peters ripped off Burger King.
Everybody thought that was a Dwayne Peters model. This was before the Dwayne Peters model by about 6-8 months.
Wow. So you're saying that you are Dwayne Peters' idol? Okay, maybe not that.
He got me back because I came up with a disaster, but he was the master of the disaster because
he took it. Okay, wow.
So fair.
Sounds like he's stolen a bunch of things from you, Dan. I think you and Dwayne better go face off there.
Oh, he's good. He's had a hard life, but he's always been good to me. I got no issues with him. I think he's great.
That's awesome. That's a fantastic story. I like that. Yeah, images.
I got better stills. A lot of good stills of that board. Like I got me doing airs out of solid surf. One of my favorite. If you've ever seen that, there's a. God, I don't know if it's pickles. Yep, there's the pickles.
There's the pickles. There's the pickles.
But that pickles come up way later than that. But yeah, who knows? So, everybody kept on asking me, "Oh, you got free food from there, right?" And I went, "No, I got a lot of money."
Yeah, I'll trade you. That's a trade. So who's the crew? There's you. You said Robbie's.
That's me. Yellow helmet. That's Robbie Weir. And then the other guys, I don't remember who they were.
Got it.
That's Robbie. That's Robbie.
Okay, Robbie doing the backside invert. Okay.
Right. All right. So this thing right here. Okay, the big board.
Look at that.
They give us a good push on this board. The problem was they wanted us to keep, on the other boards, they wanted us to keep rolling, but they didn't have enough room to get any speed. So we were kick-tacking. They were trying to say, well, just get up to speed. Well, no, we can't all get up to speed at the same time. Oh, that's Pompano Indoor Skate Park. I just saw something of. But yeah. So
how long was this? Just one session? Or were you at Burger King for a while?
One day, 12.5 hours.
One day, one Camaro? Fuck yes.
Wait. 12.5 hours of shooting, right? $20,800.
Fuck yes.
I got $20 for Oshkosh Bagosh.
It went national for 9 months. So you get the Saturday morning cartoons and you see it play for 12 times, like over across the cartoons during the day.
So did you get royalties each time it played?
Yeah, Walter Thompson. Yep. So
wow.
So like I'm saying, so it went national for 9 months. So if it aired, say 12 times nationally, and and the cartoon hours, I wait 2 weeks and here's a $2,500 check coming in.
Wow.
$3,000 check.
That's awesome.
$1,800 check, and so yeah.
You may want to blurb out those numbers, Phil, but those are that's pretty cool. I'm stoked. Holy shit!
And what was funny as hell is years later I got a call saying, "Hey, can we rerun the commercial?" And I said, "Oh yeah." I mean, I get residual. They go, "Yeah, you get scale plus 10," which means I would have got even more. And then one of these guys, one of the little kids, I guess he did a competitive like McDonald's commercial or something, and so they never aired it again. But yeah, they wanted to bring it back and run it again, and I was like, "Yeah, go ahead." Yeah.
Are you still a member of the Screen Actors Guild?
I didn't keep up with it. Nope. So I should have.
But you didn't have a speaking part though.
No, but it's still principal. So because I got cast in this with you can't get a Screen Actors Guild card without being a member of the Screen Actors Guild. You can't be a member of the Screen Actors Guild without having a Screen Actors Guild job. You can't get a job without being in the Screen Actors Guild. This was my in. Skateboarding got me in, so I got the Screen Actors Guild.
That's what McGill does now, right?
Yeah.
Mike?
Oh, I love his AARP commercial, but he needs to do more. I mean, he could do some stuff.
Commercial.
He did Gleaming the Cube.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff you don't realize he's doing.
Yeah, he was in Daddy's Home, so he was the stunt man. So it was what the hell?
So
Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. Yeah. And he was Will Ferrell in he was Donnie Wahlberg and Will Ferrell was Tony Hawk.
I was gonna say Robbie Weir won the yellow helmet in this picture. If you look at the picture, he's been a stunt man and he's got the trailers for all the models love him. Oh, he knows all all the supermodels. He's our first name basis. he's got the capper with that, but he's got his own ramp back in the back of his house and a little set back there, beach set that a lot of the high model photographers do shots at, and he's got the what I call the not the catering trailer, but the star trailer. What do we call it? He's got that does all that. Plus he does stunts. He was in 1917. He was in Fast and Furious. He's in all those things down in doing stunts and
series. Yeah,
he got me. Matter of fact, when my one edit facility closed, he got me freelance work doing a feature film. I was doing the dailies for the feature film that he was stunning on. He was doing stunts on it. So
nice.
So that kept me going until I got, so.
He was on burn notice for a while also. That was, plus, Robbie's always been a stud. He's got those sexy eyes. What can you say?
The one where the guy's like old and gets younger. The series thing of,
the Benjamin
Button. Yeah, that he did.
That was good.
Oh, Pompano Indoor. There you go.
Oh boy.
There's Andrew.
Yes.
There's Andrew.
This place was so fucking gnarly.
It was gnarly, but it was fun. See, that was more like the Basin. Oh, there you go. The rafter ears. That was Hollywood before the bowl. That's Hollywood before they bowled it in.
Yep. I skated it that way.
That's like brand new. That's brand new Hollywood before the bowl. This is all Andrew here.
I got to get this freaking volume turned down a little bit. That's some freaking, this shit's out of control.
If you look in there, if you look in the clips. There you go. That's frontside rock. Andrew kicked ass, man.
So sliding frontside rock on 3 feet of vert.
Okay, that right there, the one you just saw. Okay, that's Melbourne. This one was one down in like the Keys, and there was one before it that was oh god,
YMCA.
That's a YMCA, Ulster.
Yeah, I love that pool. That pool was so much fun. That was one of the last
that half pipe kicked ass too. I like that little half pipe.
A true Marsite pool. I mean, they don't make them that way anymore. This was a real Marsite.
Yeah. Okay, this was what do you call it? Not do a tour. What the hell? The Vans.
Jack's Beach.
No, oh god, I can't remember the damn thing. They used to turn with Caballero and all them guys, and they would tour Vans something.
Oh, it's that's the
Warp Tour, right?
Warp Tour, yeah.
Warp Tour. That's the Warp Tour. That's the Warp Tour ramp.
Try to wrap your head around this trick, Edgar.
Oh yeah. It's a patty mayonnaise.
That's a patty mayonnaise, for fuck's sake.
Instead of a staple gun, it's a hand kick.
So basically, it's a
board
foot plant. Yeah,
it's
360 board flip foot plant. Yeah.
Yeah, he does an impossible staple gun.
Yeah. It's kind of a late for the bus kind of thing.
Anyway,
no denying the boy has skill. The boy has skills. The boy definitely has skills.
There's PIS. I know that place.
Yeah.
So when did you start riding for Kryptonics?
Okay, so let's see. So it was Cadillac Wheels, and then Steve Anderson got on crypto, and he basically dropped the word and said, "Hey, you need to get Dan on the team," and that was it. It was like literally he got on crypto, and then like within a month or two after that, I was on. So
well, how did
and the deal with that was crypto was free equipment, and then independent trucks came with it, so it was crypto independent. The deal was basically they took care of all expenses, and we kept whatever you'd win, and and then of course they had the rights to use us in advertising and that kind of crap, like East Coast Championship and stuff. In other words, they flew us there, put us up. I remember us getting kicked out of it because I think Glenn Freeman did something or Bacham or somebody did something in the pool, and we got kicked out. But so the sponsorship was we didn't get paid, but all costs were covered by them, all equipment was covered by them. So we just went around and just had a great time on their nickel. So
interesting you bring that up. So there was team competitions all across Florida going on at that time.
Right.
There was one probably 78, 79 where there was, you think about who was there. There was the Sims team with, and this was at a place called Sensation Basin in Gainesville, Florida.
Right.
There's the Sims team with Chris West, Mike Fulmer, Scott McCrannles, and then there was Pat Love. There was another team Powell team had Alan Gelfand and Mike McGill and some of the other heavy, Rodney Mullen, all world champions. Know who took the team trophy at that contest?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
We
Kryptonics.
We did.
It wasn't
Crypto
Powell. It wasn't Sims. It wasn't Walker.
We got them.
The best in the fucking state at the time was Kryptonics.
All the Pepsi team challenges. Yeah, we dominated that thing. It was
you,
me, Steve Anderson. Was it Bruce Mason as well?
Ray Diaz.
Steve Fisher.
Was on that team.
Steve Fisher.
Yeah, that was a good crew.
I just want to say that. Just want to say that. All those other heads, and somehow Kryptonics ended up on top.
We're gonna go back to one for you, George. Okay, Rainbow Wave. I think it was '79. I mean, I was just throwing tricks off the hook. I mean, trick, and nobody was gonna beat you in that half pipe. Nobody. This wasn't gonna happen. I could have gone nuts. Nobody's gonna beat you. You were like so on that day. You were
that was my destiny. From yeah, had to have that happen. Although the interesting piece is that Dick Yandis, one of the owners of the skate park, because I was still skating for Clearwater SkatePark, he's like, you gotta watch out for Dan Murray. He's really got a lot of tricks in there. I'm like, not gonna happen, bro. You
not
did.
Gonna happen. Oh, I was. I think there's film of that run. I mean, it was like
bag of tricks.
Hand plant, front side flip plant, backside flip plant, shove it, rock and roll. It was just, I was saying it was trick, but it didn't matter because your amplitude and speed was just.
There's
no way.
Hey, me and Monty Nolder were the only ones throwing front side rock and rolls at that time.
That's true. That's the same thing with Cherry Hill, the East Coast Championship. I mean, I think I beat Steve in the bowl, but they rock and roll 3/4 pipe. Okay, who's getting second?
That was that's okay. It was fun.
No, I'm. It's all good. It's a big smile on my face because it's just, oh my god, you're tearing it up. Man. Hey, that's Will Cox. That's Pompano, not Pompano. Jupiter. I can't remember what the name of the skate park.
This is one of the grind for life things.
Yep. That's a fun bowl too. That's a lot of fun. That one.
It is fun. So. You talked about traveling in California, so you went out in. You were there with.
Alan, that was Alan Gelfand. Stacy wanted Alan Gelfand out there, and Alan was too young, and I was 18, so I became his chaperone. So as Alan and I came out there, and we toured around with Stacy. The first week we stayed at Steve Alba's house, and that's where when we were talking about. I got kudos to Steve Alba because he hooked me up big time. Because I came out there on like a 9-inch Lonnie Toff, and he hooked me up with an Upland 10x30 pig and Independence, and I think it was the white. I want to say there were the Upland wheels. And
Badlands. Was it Badlands board or was it an Upland board?
Yeah, I think it was very generic. It was like, I mean, it just said. I think it just said. It might have said. I don't think it said Badlands yet.
Okay.
I think it was still an Upland board. But he hooked me up with that and taught me backside roll-ins on the 13-footer. And,
holy shit!
Oh yeah. He got me doing it. He says, "Just do it." It's like, and he got me doing backside roll-ins and that. And then I remember skating because like we were skating at what was it? What was the one? Longwood, the one with the big good half pipe and the little bowl. I keep saying Longwood, but it's not. It's Lakewood.
It's Lakewood.
Okay,
big long ass half pipe.
Right.
That was fun.
That was so. I was
Chris Bockham in the house.
There he goes. So
him and Hackett.
Every time Stacy was around, I would crash because I'd go for shit and crash. And Alan kept saying, "No, he's really good." And the big contest was at Winchester with Cab and all them guys. And there was an amateur contest. And there's an amateur contest at Winchester. And we were to Winchester, and I smoked all the California guys. And I remember the comment that Stacy said to Alan was like, "I didn't think he was that good." And Alan said, "He knows how to skate contests." Which came back later to get me. That's what got me on Powell when Kryptonics went away.
Bang, Biscuit. That's exactly it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I remember. So that's right. You were out at I was at the Winchester event. Yeah. I was supposed to actually skate there. I was living in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
I'd driven out with me and Dave Adams, drove out there, and Dave bailed on me. He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay here in Burlingame with my dad." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So now I'm flying. I'm hanging by myself.
What was that?
drove over to-
Wait, what was that move?
That's Dave Bandis.
That was
all those cool moves, all those like funky cool moves. He's got a beautiful little half pipe in his backyard. It's gorgeous.
Was
he's
that
he's Reba Wave Runners and Yamaha whatever. He's Reba Motorsports, which is Yamaha Wave Runners, and yeah, he's got a nice shop there in South Florida. Was
that a hospital? Was that known as the hospital? I remember Pat Love.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
It's the rollover. Pat Love used to do that shit on Vert.
Yeah.
He'd be like, yeah, we call it a hospital because if you don't make it, you end up in the hospital.
If you can find, there's some video I think in there, if you find it in my YouTube channel. It's me and Pat Love like training runs at Solid Surf, and he does that, that hand plant stall. Goes up and holds the hand plant, and he holds it, and he holds it, and he holds it. Anytime Pat he comes in, that kind of thing. And he would do these like long. I do the shallow end rock slide, and he would do this long ass like a cab one. So somewhere in here that Solid Surf stuff. That's the peanut pool. Not this one, but the peanut pool was home.
Yeah, let's see if we can find that peanut bowl one. So you did some good travel. So your crew at the time was basically the group from down south. So you had Anderson.
But see, now I was gonna say, okay, there was a Hollywood guys like Alan and those guys and Kevin Peterson and Jeff Dewar and oh God, you say their names, the two brothers, Bert and
Bentley,
Bentley, but no, down the Bert and oh God, I'm friends with them on Facebook. It's terrible, like their brain just went away from me. That was Ernie. So anyway, my thing was Steve and I were in Boca Raton. So 20 minutes, 30 minutes north was Palm Beach, which was Sims. 20 minutes, 30 minutes south was Hollywood and the Miami crew, Robbie Weir and all them guys. So we're both. We were friends with both of them because we'd go north and we'd go south. So so we got both factions and we all kind of hooked together.
The Texter brothers were up in Palm Beach.
Tab Texter, John Texter, Chuck Lagana, Chris West, Mike Fulmer, Scott McCrandles on the north side, and then on the south side, Alan Gelfand, Jeff Dewar, Peterson, Bert, and his brother. This was down south still at that time was Robbie Weir and Monty Nolder. So that was us. That was our crew. But then once after California '78, it was just all over Florida, and then Cherry Hill and out to like Alabama to that run place out there, and
so Alabama.
There was this gnarly. I didn't remember the name of the. I want to say it was like Runway Again. This gnarly half pipe with this bowl in the end of it. It was just but we were doing it so. There it is. Okay, that one right there. See, if you see that one says Dan Murray Hall of Fame, that'll have peanut pool in it. Now, this is not the original audio because the original audio was copyrighted and they made me change it out. So.
Shit. Okay.
Okay, so this is coming up in March of next year. We'll be doing this again. So
this is 2023. Anybody watching the show in 2050, this was back in
right there. That is quintessential Solid Surf peanut pool. I can't tell if that's either I think that's an Ollie tank model green one or it's a fighter jet, one or two.
That's big. That's 3 feet out.
Yeah, that's the flyaway helmet that I sold to the guy in Korea or whatever. That one. So that's the one. So yeah, this was home right here. Okay, so here you go. So this is beginning. That's Logan Ersky, and that might be loose ball bearings. Okay, that's my dad's 88. That's my dad's 88. That's my Honda back there.
There's Oldsmobile. Look at that. Hell yes.
So that's I think an 88, whatever, not 88. I mean a 68. Okay, so this was just the Pompano Spiral.
That's right. Riding down. Yes. Yeah. Everyone rode
this bowl right here. This is Duncan's Fruit Bowl. That if you back up that Highland Beach one, that was right on between Boca Raton and Delray Beach, right on the beach. This bowl in a dilapidated house sitting right on the beach. I mean, you could surf and then you come skate this pool at night. And
Nice.
this was beginning post. This is like 76, 76.
Yeah.
So this is so
Yeah,
solid. So that's Logan Ersky, Bennett Trucks, Road Rider 4s. That was, carving over the light, just learning kick turns, front side and backside kick turns.
Yeah, no pads.
No pads. No.
Oh, and the fiber rider.
Okay, so this is the pinball ramp. This was at the factory where they made those things. This was in Lockhart Stadium, Fort Lauderdale, and the factory was like right over the shoulder. So that's
That's got some height there, Gary. This is the crazy one.
There's Frank Nasworthy.
That's Rick Furness up there. Paul McCartney and Kevin Peterson are down and in the deep end, and that's obviously Frank Nasworthy point. And
people don't realize Frank Nasworthy was a big guy.
Yeah.
And you're up over his head landing. If you don't make that onto the transition, you're landing on flat.
Yeah.
It still hurts.
I can't tell you how many boards I snapped when I didn't land it right. Oh, damn.
That looks like a fiber flex. Is that a fiber flex?
That was it was weird. It was like a multi-stringer. Oh, that might be the fiber flex. Because there was this one that was like multi-laminated stringer board that they were when they were first trying to do like laminates, except instead of going laminates this way, they were doing laminates. It's kind of almost like zebra scrap. I don't know how to describe it. So
we all learned a thing or two back then.
If that board is there's your fiber flex.
Yeah,
that's a Gordon Smith fiber flex with the tail just destroyed. So and I like the patch on the butt patch. There you go. All right, so now we're getting a little later.
Look at that fence.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Look how close that is. It was right at the end of coping, which is like, what the hell? And look at the wedge on the coping too. So none of this roll out, roll in stuff there.
That's lady finger. That's lady finger coping. That's the gnarls.
So this one here has to be pre. Okay, here you go, freestyle. I still have that board.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all the way up top. That's a Rodney Mullen.
Oh, look at that. Pre-Vans. Rocking the Nike Blazers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The story on that is Steve Alba. He says, hey, you don't want those Vans. Get some of these. And that was summer of 78 that I went to the High Top Leather Nights.
Yep.
Saved your ankles. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. Oh, look at this. Up about 4 feet.
Yeah. I think my best ever was like 4'11". There's that. Now that's solid surf. 1980. Here we go. Kickflip.
Wow, kickflip.
There we go.
Oh,
I missed that bowl.
That bowl was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was so much fun.
So invert, Indrick, lay back.
So that's on a Ray Bones board.
Frontside flip. Yep. Oh, that's an ollie tag. Ollie tag.
Holy crap! It's an ollie tag.
Yep. So that's 1980.
So look at that frontside foot plant, ollie board, a fucking yellow ollie board. That's rare. Like
that was like the original ollie. The first one that came out were yellow. Yeah.
Looks like X-Track. Looks like Tracker Super Lights on there.
Yeah, I think they were those yellow magnesium dealies.
Magnesium. Yeah.
Yeah. I won the contest like just before that, and I got the magnesium. I think I ended up giving it to Alan at some point.
That's a $2,000 board right there.
Yeah.
So this is the other one, right? This is the.
It's the peanut. That's the Burger King commercial. There's a Favorite Shoot commercial coming up here, I think too. Oh, that's Skateboard Madness. That's Huck Andrus.
Oh,
me jumping the Corvette. That's his Favorite Shoot commercial. That's the Van Surf and Skate Expo. That's
that looks like Barry
Z.
Oh my God.
Hey, Barry.
So if you look at that shirt, that's the Fox shirt. That's Skate for Fox. That was you see Marinac and the Interspace and the Fox demos and yeah.
Look at all the SIO shorts in this.
Now,
yep. This
in the original audio of this, Bruce Walker is literally right up, standing on that stage, and he goes, "Let's see, he's going to go for it," and he pulls it off. Give a hand for Dan Murray, skateboard champion. There he is. There's Bruce Walker. See, and that's what I can.
Tracksuit.
Give a hand for Dan Murray. Oh, this was that one contest in solid surf where I kicked everybody's ass and just won like everything.
It was
so there you go.
Was that Karen Schneider on the left there?
Ray Diaz.
Karen Schneider, Ray Diaz on the right. Bobby Little down center. Bobby Little with the headband down center. This was a Little Megatron. I wrote for Little Megatron in between whatever it was at that point. This is all I won board, and I won the magnesium. I won pool
That's
wheelers.
that's some hardware there.
I won pool wheelers freestyle and got like third. Talking about cross country, got third in cross country or something. You can see there they are. That's all little.
It
This
does,
is
yeah.
all
If we
little
can zoom in, you
Megatron.
can see that. Holy crap!
Yeah, see that thing? Yeah, look at it. Look at it. Look at
Make
it.
the truck as heavy as
It
possible.
looks like a riser pad, but it's not. That's the truck.
Yep. I actually acquired a set of those.
You didn't need riser pads.
I
Yeah.
know, well, it was so funny because there was a guy, or there was a young kid in my neighborhood in Colorado that was riding around on this board that was made by Torque, and and so it was a super cool board because it was a foam core, and this was like way before.
Remember the crypto foam boards? Oh my god!
Oh no! This is
this
was actually the high density. This is a high density foam in between 2 layers above and 2 layers of wood below the actual foam core, and it was 8 inches wide and 30 inches long, but it had a set of Megatrons with those half-inch riser or built-in riser pads on it, and a set of red Crypto 65s. And this kid was running around on it like in the rain, and I was like, "Where's your dad? Where's your dad? I want that board. Whatever you want, I will give it to you." So I brought 2 completes over to the dad. I said, "I'd love to trade out for that if you would let me," because he was like, "Oh, I don't care about that thing." And I found it at a garage sale for $5. But I was super excited because I finally got the set of Megatrons that I always wanted. And once I got them, I was like, "Oh, I am so glad I never got those when I was a kid, because I probably would have quit skating."
They were solid, but they were heavy as good God. They were so heavy, and that's kind of like, and that was little Megatron, and then I got it. I tried to. That's how on the Powell Flow thing. I got the Powell setup. Oh my God, this thing is like, this weighs nothing. It's like I've been fighting against this whole. I've been fighting against people riding on like feathers, you know. Oh.
Right. Well, and then you slap a pair of tracker magnesiums on there, and it's hurting our life.
Here you go, solid surf. Here you go.
Stan's favorite pool to ride, I believe.
There you go. So now this will span the gamut of boards too. You're gonna have like the Alley Tank. You're gonna have a McGill Fighter Jet. You're gonna have the Diagonal Stripe. What's he? Yeah, okay, that's McGill Fighter Jet.
Yeah, that's Fighter Jet. Yeah.
So that would have been
right
at the end of that's got to be 81, 82 then.
Yep.
Wow, was that a little freaking? Take that back. Was a little sad plant out going on there?
A little contorted Andric probably.
Yeah, that looks like an Andric.
Contorted Andric. The rock slide here. Ooh, you know what might be in here? My version of the old version of the patty mayonnaise coming up.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna have it in here.
Nice inversion.
There you go.
Patty mayonnaise.
It wasn't really a patty mayonnaise. It was you'll see it. It's a foot plant varial is what it is really. Nice. Yeah, I love those contorted Andrics. I love everything. I can do the Indy, and here it is. Oh no, sweeper, and then it should be next one. I think.
I would.
No, it's Texas plant.
See if I can do it. Oh, you know what this might be? It might be
fakey
hang up. Oh, no, here it comes. It might be it.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, this has been fun, Dan. Seeing you again and all this stuff. This is great.
One more. We got one more. Tell us about the Disney obsession. What the fuck?
Oh, good God. I mean, okay. So my wife of 37 years, right? First date.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Yeah.
First
date. First date, solid surf so I could go show off, right? Okay, second date.
Holy shit, really?
Yep. And I went in that pool and I just tore it up. So that was the first date. Second date, Walt Disney World, and she was a Walt Disney World addict, and it sealed the deal. So that's okay. As far as Walt Disney World goes for me, my first memories in life are Carousel of Progress and It's a Small World at the World's Fair in New York City. So Disney had me like, from birth, they just reeled me in. So
I remember that Carousel of Progress.
So now,
General Electric Carousel of Progress in the World's Fair. I remember that 1964 or something.
So now I drive ferry boats, cruisers, launches, part time. like I say, drive the boats, all the boats down at Disney, tell stupid jokes, drive boats, and have a great time. So I mean,
Right
it's
on.
not, it's fun. It's and you want to give so it's free tickets and get a paycheck at the same time and play around with the people. It's I like it. It's a lot of
All
fun.
right, Ed, get us out of here.
Okay.
Hey, you've been sitting in with the Skateboarding Bros show. We really appreciate the time that Dan Murray took to spend with us, sharing all of his photo imagery and regaling us with the stories of the past. And Tim Mott, hopefully air conditioner's working down the St. Pete right now.
Everything's finally working now.
Yeah, that's awesome. So this is season 2 episode, whatever it is, but it'll be in a couple of months. It'll be out. And we really appreciate everything that you guys do to support us and our sponsors, which are SkatePark of Tampa, Quantum Bearing Science, Vans, and anybody else who wants to send us anything free to try out. What was that, sir?
Boards for Bros.
Boards for Bros. That's right. I forgot about them. Don't forget about Boards for Bros. 501c3.
It's not your sponsor, but there's that little Grind for Life.
Grind for Life. MR doing it really hard and solid for years, man. He's doing a great job. So we think. Oh, what do we got? Bag and St. Crete. Don't ever forget that.
Wait. Here we go. Yeah. We'll put that one in there.
Coping block. Gotta have some coping block.
Coping
We'll be
block.
sending those big royalty checks real soon. So
If we ever do this again, we got to go down their path of Egmo skates. We got to talk about that.
We
we're
can do
definitely
that.
gonna go,
That'll be awesome. Thank you so much, guys, and everybody. Hang on, we're gonna we'll be back again next week with more bullshit that we come up with to talk about. But we were there, so we made it up originally. Thank you very much. You're watching the Skateboarding Bros Show. Stories from the pioneers of skateboarding about the history and the fun of the sport we love.